Follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no eyes shall see the Lord. Looking diligently lest any man fall of the grace of God, lest any root of bitterness springing up trouble you, and thereby many be devoured. Now, in this place, follow peace with all men. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, and in the midnight. As God's children or elects who want to see the face of God with joy, we must do all it takes to live peaceable with all men, with all women, with the people that we find in our way, either to the office, in the working place, in the marketplace, in the compound where you are living. God command peace. Without these two things combined together, you cannot be able to please God. You cannot be able to live according to the standard of God's word. We have a question of many people who claim they are born again, who claim they are redeemed, who claim they are transformed, who speak in tongues, see vision, who are prophets and prophetess. But when it comes to peace, they are far from it. They are not a lover of peace. They are not a pursuer of peace. Everything in the compound where they live, people know them as troublemakers. People in the street recognize them as troublemakers. In fact, people hardly associate with them. Not because they are claiming to be born again. Not because they are claiming to be holy. But because there is no atom of holiness in them. There is no atom of eagerness to seek for peace and to live by peace. I'm preaching a message titled, Seek for Peace at all costs. Seek for peace at all costs. There is no price that is too big for you to pay in order to obtain peace. No amount that is too big. You say, I've spent too much. Therefore, all I've been doing, I've been trying my best to make sure I live peaceable with all men, I live peaceable with all women. So therefore, I have put my best. And since I put my best, it's not working. The issue of following peace with all men is something that you have to follow you to the grave. It's something that wheresoever you find yourself, any of the states, any of the town, any of the places you find yourself, the issue of peace should still follow you. Let's see the book of Romans chapter 14, 19 to 22. Romans 14, 19 to 22. Let us therefore follow after the things which make for peace, and things wherewith one may be edified another. For meat destroy not the work of God. All things indeed are pure, but it is evil for that man who eateth with offense. Praise ye the Lord. Hallelujah. 21. It is good neither to eat fish, nor to drink wine, nor anything whereby thy brother stumbleth, or is offended, or is made weak. Here, hast thou faith, have it to thyself before God. Happy is he that condemneth not himself in that thing which he alloweth. Praise ye the Lord. In this place is making us to understand that let us follow after the things that promote peace, after the things that promote purity. If the Bible adjoins us in this place to follow after the things that promote peace, that means there is every possibility that there are things that does not promote peace. There are things you'll be doing, you will be causing confusion, you'll be causing conflict, you'll be causing disagreements in the compound where you live, in the church where you are fellowshipping. Yes, and as a result of those attitudes, people end up saying, in that place they hate me, in the compound where I live they hate me, nobody is talking good about me. Why they hate me is because I'm born again. Why they don't like to associate with me is because I'm born again, and so on and so forth. Whereas the major reason why they are no longer associated with you is because they have discovered the kind of person you are. They have discovered that you are a kind of person, wherever you enter, there is going to be a fire. Wherever you enter, there is going to be a smoke. Wherever you enter, there is going to be confusion. If two people are having conversation peaceable, once you enter, issues will rise. If two people are friends working together and there is no misunderstanding among them, maybe for 3 years, 2 years, 5 years, they have been working in understanding with each other. But immediately you make them the third person, issue will come up. You will discover the error of Mr. A, the error of Sister B, the error of Mr. C, and so on and so forth. And before you know what is happening, you will turn the two friends apart. So maybe you have done it to the first person, done it to the second person, done it to the third person, and the people in the compound or in the office have discovered the kind of person you are, and everybody have informed one another. This person, stay off from him. This person, stay off from her. It's not a good person to mingle with. It's not a good person to have as a friend, to have as a colleague, to relate, or even to share ideas and secrets. And because of that, everybody have turned their back on you. And you are not calling it persecution, affliction. The Bible says, as men that will live godly in this world will suffer persecution. No, man. No, sir. That is not the kind of thing the Bible talk about. You are passing through what you are passing through as a result of your sinful attitude. And what is expected of you is to make amends. What God requires from you is to turn from those ugly lifestyles. That is it. You can't be in a place, no matter how holy you are, and nobody wants to associate with you. Nobody wants to work with you. Nobody can come to you with ideas, and so on and so forth. In fact, when people are discussing, you enter there, they will shut their mouth up. The discussion will come to an end. Then something is definitely wrong with you. So seek for peace at all costs. There are things made for peace, and there are things also that brings offense. Yes, there are things that brings offense in organization where you find yourself. There are some people, if they are in a meeting, that meeting that will be chaos. If they are in a program, maybe they are in a place, they say, okay, end your view. This one, end your view. The other person, end your view. Once they are in that, they say, the day they did not come to that meeting, the day they did not come to that location, everything will be done peacefully. Everything will be done in harmony. There will be divine understanding. But the very day they step in, there will be problem. In fact, when the other colleague sees him or her, they will know that, today is today. Maybe you are known with argument. You can argue and argue and argue and argue. Avoid the things that causes offense. Avoid the things that brings misunderstanding. Avoid the things. I told you some time ago about somebody. This person, you are living in a compound, and one of the day, this person returned from program, and the person returned very early or something like that. Normal from the time that they normally open the gate. And this person was outside knocking and knocking and knocking, and nobody was able to open the gate for the person. This person continued to knock. So, and nobody, in fact, this person stayed out till the day finally break. So this person was now telling me, can you imagine? This was my experience. This was what happened to me in so day, in so time. I said, where is it that they didn't hear that you are knocking? Don't you have any phone number of the people you are living in the same compound with? The person now said, Pastor, in fact, I saw some of them came out. They saw me. They heard my voice, but they cannot open door for me, gate for me. I said, wait, you mean that these people, your co-neighbor or your co-tenant in the same compound, they saw you knocking. They understood that you are the one knocking, and none of them came to open the door for you. And the person said yes. I said, you have problem with them? He said, no, I don't have problem with them. It's just that this, it's just that that. Then how can you be in a compound? Maybe a compound of 5 people, 10 people, and you don't have anybody that is speaking well about you. You don't have anybody that can give good report about you. And do you know, even not only that, there are some people even inside the church where they are going, where they are attending to. There are some people hardly associate with them. Why? The kind of character. So check it. Whenever you discover people hardly associate with you, you didn't come to church, people hardly, what is happening? I'm not saying it's good. Maybe when a brother or a sister did not come to service, I'm not saying it's good for you not to call, for you not to visit, or for you not to check. But maybe due to their previous experience with you, due to the type of way you live your life, and as a result of that, people feel calm. People are happy when you are not around. People are happy when you are not in their midst. Then something is definitely wrong with you. If you cannot learn to endure and to tolerate one another, is it heaven that you want to end? Stop being an instrument of offense to your colleagues. Stop being an instrument of disharmony. Stop being an instrument of confusion. Be a pursuer of peace, a supporter of peace, a sponsor of peace as their children of God. If you cannot live peaceably here on earth, is it in the eternity that you are going to live peaceably with your colleagues over there in heaven? No. So that is it. So living in a compound and nobody is speaking good about you, then what about when you are sick? Do you think you are going to be healthy forever? A time is going to come, you are going to be so sick that you cannot even open door. I remember some years back, this thing happened, I think either within that 1999 or 2000, 2001. In the place where we live, there happened to be one lady. This woman was not in good time with anybody in that area. Other women, that are into business, when they go to market to buy things that they're going to say, as they are returning, you know now, markets, those malls and so on and so forth, getting from market as they are returning, sweating. The woman, if the woman see, he say, suffer woman, you are back. Suffer woman. So that was how the woman continued making trouble with the people in that area. Do you know what happened? A time came that this woman became sick. Nobody could hear her because she was a tigress. Everybody was virtually avoiding the husband because of the kind of woman he married. And she was sick and sick to the point that the husband went to work. Before the husband could return, she died. Nobody came out. Nobody, to my understanding, was going, how are you? What is happening? We have not seen you today. I hope you are okay. You didn't come out to receive fresh air in the way you normally do. Hope everything is okay with you. Nobody. Everybody was afar off. Everybody was afar off. And that was how the woman was taken home. Nobody even went near to say, oh man, how are you going to do? Everybody was just listening.
This hit me today.
Everybody was just listening. What is going to happen? What is going to happen?
Remember you are listening to this morning.
Eventually, the man, we discovered that the man did not marry her the way he normally married. So when the man needed to bury her, he needed to marry her with God.
Shakalaka, shakalaba.